So welcome to this LNTV and ELBC interview. We're in the presence of the district mayor of Hertsmere in the UK, Mayor Collins. He's in Liberia on a visit since the 2nd of January 2026. So I want to talk about some of the importance of his visit to Liberia, what he's seen so far, and we are blessed to be in company also with his wife. So Mayor
Oh,
and Mrs. Collins, welcome to Liberia.
oh, thank you all so much, Mr. Tamba. Yeah, it's such a pleasure meeting you again. Yeah, the last time I had a very, very beautiful time in your company. Yeah, and thanks again. It's nice being back home. Also, along with my wife.
Okay. Madam, you just introduce yourself for us once more.
Thank you, Mr. Tamba. It's a great pleasure to be back in Liberia. It's my first time coming since COVID pandemic, and it's a great pleasure to be here to experience the hospitality and the warm, warm welcome of Liberians.
Okay.
I bring greetings from everybody in the UK, especially the Diocese of St. Albans, where I serve as pastor.
Okay. Welcome. Mayor Collins, you are the first Liberian to serve as, to hold that position in the UK. But you are back in Liberia. I want to talk a little bit about what have you experienced so far since this your trip as compared to the last time you were here in Liberia. Tell me about the workings of the Liberian government.
Well, I would like to make mention that since I've returned, I've seen a lot of major improvement. I see road works ongoing, infrastructure development. I see new schools being built, and in fact, I see some clinics and hospital. And His Excellency is really stressing upon education, which is the bedrock for nation building. And not only that, but his arrest agenda is really on a good footing. And we see that the agricultural sector is being developed a bit more than ever. And those are all positive things. If I were to go about and elaborate upon all of them, I think it's going to use up all of our time. But I'm simply to say that His Excellency and also the team, his support staff, his team, the like-minded people, they are really making massive inroads. And in fact, even one or two folks who, over the years, I think last year I brought a trade mission, and the folks, they are quite happy about what is happening in Liberia.
The government won the seat as a member of the Non-Security Council of the United Nations. What's your impression about that?
Well, I mean, it's a good thing. At least Liberia has a voice. Liberia will be able to say something in the United Nations along with others. And that is an influential area. And it's great. It's a great area to be, rather than just being an observer. You see, Liberia will have an input into all of such things.
Back to the UK, and recently we saw that scuffle, that standoff between the United States and Venezuela. The UK Prime Minister uh, clearly stated that the United Kingdom wasn't a part of what the United States did to Venezuela. As a government official, as an important person in the UK, what was your initial comments or thoughts about that action internationally?
Well, you see, the whole thing is, I personally, I think, I believe the government position in the UK is expressly known, and so I go along with government policies because I work in government, and again, I represent a lot of people within the UK, and policies are being handed over down the line, and it funnels down to us, and that's the government policy, and I embrace what the government has said and other things, and because especially so they said that is American and Venezuelan issue, but notwithstanding, I think other bodies around the world, they have added their voices. And yeah, what the government has said and other things, I fall in line with what they.
All right. Talk to me about the relationship between you and the President of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Mabwaka.
Yeah, His Excellency is somewhat like a father of the nation as well as myself. He's my father. He's a surrogate father of mine. He's a father of this nation. And one thing I do love about His Excellency, he knows about good governance. He's a man of the people, for the people, and by the people. And he delivers what he says he's going to do. His agenda is being implemented. And he has a lot of professionals around him. You see, Liberia, I would liken Liberia to a place like Singapore. Singapore, one time Liberia was able to extend a helping hand to Singapore, and Singapore right now is the cleanest nation on earth. But what I'm not talking about the cleanliness now to Liberia, but I'm trying to say that the rising up of Liberia, the standard of living is improving. It's improving, and then, but although at a slow pace, but it's better to take one step than to take no step at all. You see, the Liberian people, His Excellency, he's a man, he can lobby. He goes about and he tries to bring in good things into this country. Likewise, myself. I personally, whenever, even I go places and I talk about my kind of work as a mayor, I always make mention of Liberia. That's how come the last time I led a trade mission here to Liberia. In fact, some investors are expected to come while we are here to meet His Excellency, because the thing is of such that Liberia is our country, and we have to do our part. Every Liberian has a stake into this country. We are all stakeholders, and we are supposed to embrace the government of Liberia, especially so this government believes in the rule of law. That's what I like about His Excellency. He has all of those pivotal and tangible things that about good governance. He's a great man. Yeah, in fact, I met His Excellency recently, my wife and we had a wonderful time with His Excellency. And my wife, for the first time, she ate pan butter, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's a Liberian woman, yeah, but His Excellency, I tell you that, and his team, I think they are wonderful folks.
Talk to me about your role in ensuring that relationship between Liberia and the UK generally, and of course the constituent you represent.
Oh yeah, you see, the thing is of such that we have our ambassador also in the UK. We have Liberia is permanently represented in the UK, and then we have an embassy there, and I collaborate with the embassy. I work with the embassy, and whenever any good thing to come about, I reach out to the embassy and talk to them, and themselves, they talk to me about issues. And my constituents, my constituents, the folks who are there, some of them, that's how, from the investor that is going to come over is from my constituency. Okay. And I speak to people about Liberia.
What are they coming to invest in?
They are looking into the educational sector as well as the health sector and the AI issues, and a lot of good things. I can tell you that we are talking about modernity. They are bringing modernity into Liberia, and Liberia shouldn't be left behind with regards to we should be only using typewriters and all the I was up the street the last time I saw some people, but we are progressing, and when I'm talking about those who are coming and they are bringing about a lot of massive improvement to help to buttress the work of the government. Yeah, and my constituents, I represent a large amount of people, about 250,000 people, and people. We are talking about twinning. We are talking about twinning Hertsmere, Borum Wood with Wenning Town. Although Wenning Town is all the way back in Bond County, I started the process,
Okay.
and God willing, it's falling into place. It's getting into place. There are certain things, certain criteria that we have to meet, and those things, everything will get into place. But I'm seeing to say that, we want for good things to come our way, and also our people, they need to benefit. When we talk about Liberia, we're not only talking about Monrovia. That's the reason why I went all the way into Bond County, because a lot of things are happening in Monrovia. But equally so, we need to involve other counties and other places so that people will benefit.
And let me call you Reverend Collins. I know that there is this say in Liberia that behind every strong man, like your husband, there is always a pillow, a woman. Talk to me about that support you gave him. How do you schedule your time with the church, the family, and of course with his political life?
Well, of course, Mr. Tamba, like many people, and many women indeed, I juggle several roles. I'm a multitasker. So my first calling is to be a reverend for 4 churches.
Wow.
I serve 4 churches. I help and assist 4 churches. In addition to that, I have support towards 7 schools in our area. And I am really delighted that everybody in our church is giving the clear message that God has no favorites. That is true on the local scene. That is also true on the international setting. God has no favorites. So like my husband, I am delighted to echo his words of congratulation and support to the Liberian people and to the Liberian government, first and foremost, in the peaceful transition that we have recently experienced. This is not a small thing. A peaceful transition in current circumstance is laudable. Second, I like to echo my husband's words in congratulating the Liberian people led by His Excellency in the Arrest program. Many times this features in our prayers back in the UK. Agriculture, roads, rule of law, education, sanitation, tourism. These things are nation building. These things are the bedrock. We call it grassroots. In our country, we call it grassroots. So I echo my husband's plea that all Liberians, all citizens, all residents here in this beautiful land we may call Mama Liberia, every individual, every household, every family, every organization comes on board with at least one of the Arrest targets, at least one. For our small part, my husband will inform you more fully, but for our small part, we have in the UK 500,000 books, educational materials, books on all subjects. We have them ready to bring. We have received this week assurance that they will be safely transported, welcomed, distributed to some of the new schools and some of the existing educational institutions. So for our small part, we have 500,000 books ready. So really,
To be brought to Liberia.
to be brought to Liberia, ASAP, to join this grass movement's arrest movement. In our prayers, we always pray along these lines. In fact, I joked the other day that when I prayed to God for arrest, I had to explain to the Lord, what does this mean? So now the Almighty is informed, thanks to the prayers of all Liberian people and ourselves, that we must all play our part. We must all wrap our arms around and do what we can. My husband speaks a true word when he speaks about the goodwill of the people in the United Kingdom towards the people of Liberia. We have utmost respect for the people of Liberia. We acknowledge your peaceful transition. We acknowledge your non-permanent place on the Security Council of the United Nations. This is not a small achievement. This is a significant achievement and recognition of the renewed commitment to governance, sound governance and sound diplomacy. And I echo my husband's congratulations to the people of Liberia, the diplomatic side, the foreign ministry, and all of the government that has made the world sit up and take notice and say, yeah, Liberia, along with Sudan and Democratic Republic of Congo, Liberia is now a force to be reckoned with on international stage, along with African Union, of course. It is exciting times for all of us to rise and join. And we thank you for this opportunity.
Mayor Collins, back to you though. Tell me about your constituents back in the UK. I know the last time I asked you on the live television about the Liberian population do you have. What's the connection between your office and the Liberian community back in the UK?
Oh, it's very cordial. I can tell you that. Especially so I collaborate with the Liberian embassy, and also, you see, the Liberian community is not so massive compared to that of the United States. We have splinter communities around the UK as a whole. In fact, they had a program the last time in Coventry, and my wife and I, we were the honorary guests of honors there, and I delivered the keynote speech there. But I'm saying to say that we bring about that closeness, that cohesiveness among our people, the Liberian people, as well as I connect the Liberian people also with the British folks. You know, I'm saying to say that over there are opportunities, and sometimes people may not know about the prevailing opportunities. So what I signpost them. I said, look, this is how you can go about with things, and things happen. You know.
Talking about opportunities, a lot of Liberians back home here, they craved for scholarship, they crave for higher education. What can you say to them about those kinds of opportunities? Most often, many Liberians are online searching for educational opportunities, scholarship to go abroad. Most often, they are not fortunate to get those scholarships. What can you say to them about that?
You know, one of the first things that our people we need to do is the little that we have, we should make the most of it. And I'm saying to say that schools here, we need to go about and upgrade ourselves, learn a whole lot. In fact, I spoke with one or two, I'm not trying to denigrate anybody, you know, but some folks who said that they finished with high school and all, and it's sad they could not really express themselves properly, you know. The first thing, you know, it goes to us saying you should remove the moat. Our Liberians saying, they say move the coal from the eye, and then you can tell somebody to clean theirs first, you know. People here, they need to really read. Not only classroom education thing, but learn trade, vocational trade. Learn you learn additional skills. When you improve yourself, then that's when you apply for things overseas. You know, people evaluate you. People go about and they make research about others. Who is this person? Which kind of qualification he has? And also, when our people apply, they are asked questions, and just like how we are talking one-on-one, but only thing online, you know. And when people ask you a question, you say that you are a high school or college graduate, and you cannot express yourself well, and you know, then they don't take you very serious. That's why I was telling our people, you see, when I ran here to become the representative for this area, my wife and I, we gave 10,000 books. We gave 300 laptops, 75 recorders. We gave a lot of educational materials, you know. Things came up to pretty close to $90,000+, you know. But our people, they started to say that I didn't get any rice. You see, we need to. There's a saying: when you teach a person how to fish, the person will have fish continuously. But if you give a person a fish, the person will always be dependent. You see, that's the reason why I really admire His Excellency's agenda, that rest agenda. He's trying to tell us we need to learn. You see, when we learn, we better ourselves for the future. You see, and one of the things I believe in is this. A lot of people say luck. You know, my definition of luck is when you prepare yourself. You make the preparation is you go about and learn either in the classroom or you learn new skills and other things. And then the next thing, when the opportunity avails itself, when the opportunity avails itself, then that equates to luck. You create your own chances. It's the same with me. There was a time I was out of school for a long time, and then I decided, I said, let me prepare myself. And when the opportunity came, I got into it. You can see I have a Master of Laws degree. I'm a lawyer. I'm a journalist. I'm a pilot. I'm a linguist. I have several things up my sleeves. You know, they didn't come easy, but a lot of folks they want things the easy way. You see, and we those opportunities, those who are in the UK, I try to help them as much as I can. My wife also, we do a lot of things. We bring people together in our area where we are, and it's predominantly Jewish. Is a melting pot. We have Jewish, we have Indians, we have the Sikhs, the Buddhists, and other people. Then, and I'm the one. I represent all of those people, you know. But if I weren't qualified, you know, the people would not elected me over their own. Just imagine some people would say a foreigner, you know, but the people over there, the people don't go for rice and other things. Yeah? They want brains, you know, somebody who has the brains, who has the means to give people that sense of direction, to help people out, you know. You like maybe take for an example. When people have issues and things, I write letters out for people. I go about, as the mayor, I go over to places such as, I go to the care homes, I go to schools, assemblies, I go to so many functions like the Lions, the Rotary. When people opening new businesses, I go and cut the ribbons. I do a lot of things, you know. Yeah, and as a counselor also, I do a lot of work such as when people have housing needs, people have health needs, people have infrastructure needs, all those type of things, and I address all those issues. You know, those things don't come cheap, they don't come easy. You know, it's all about education. But coming back to what you are talking about, scholarship and other things, we first need to prepare ourselves from here, and then that's when the British government and other places, when somebody applies for a scholarship, the next thing what they do, they invite them to go to the embassy. And when they are talking to you and they get to find out that you are not fit for it, and the people will just scrap you off, you know. Yeah. But my message to our people is let them learn. You know, it's not only sitting in the classroom, but also develop new skills. Because over in developed areas, the people need skillful people. They need educated people. Those are the type of things. And once they develop themselves, they will not be turned down.
Okay. I want to take you back to your representation in the UK. What are some of those issues that you have to solve every day for your people, the people you represent? What are those issues that they bring to you as a mayor that you have to concern yourself about?
Well, as a mayor, I can tell you this. I go about, there are a lot of civic duties and things I carry out. So many civic functions. As an example, like somebody, every day, people are opening new businesses there. And businesses are closing as businesses close, others are opening. I go and go about and cut ribbons. I make speeches. I give people that sense of belonging, and I go to schools. I go to assemblies where the students, to the university, people talk to me. They ask me questions, and then I give some explanation. I tell them how the mayoralty works, you know, and not only that, but you see, in our chamber is almost somewhat like how you have the House of Representatives, where everybody has his own microphone. You have your place there. You have your laptop and all these things. But I'm the one. I conduct the business. I chair the business there, and I'm the one who do the casting vote as the mayor. The mayoralty is very, very important. You know, the mayor's job and thing is very, very important. And again, I receive a lot of dignitaries from around the world. Um, Whenever any prominent person comes in the area, I'm the first one that they have to talk to. I received them like a few weeks ago when His Majesty the King, his brother, came into our area. That was the Duke of Edinburgh. When he came into our area, I had to receive him because I'm the first citizen of Hertsmere. When you talk about Hertsmere, we talk about Potters Bar, Shenley, Bushy, Aldenham, Ratlet, Elstree, Borehamwood, and it goes on. It's a massive area, you see, but the workload is very heavy. But notwithstanding, I'm not complaining about it, you know, because I enjoy it. I put myself forth, you know, to serve people. I'm a servant of the people. In Europe, they call me the people's mayor. That's how they call me. Prior to becoming a mayor, they used to call me the people's counselor because I don't walk away from task. Yeah, I go about and approach issues, and I do my best. You know, people have common sense now. They can see when you are doing your best, and a lot of times I deliver. You know, I be.
Before I let you go, I want to take you back to Liberia. When you meet the president, His Excellency Joseph Boakai, what are some of the things that you get to tell him, or what are some of the things that he tells you each time you two meet?
Well, a lot of times the president must say our conversation is somewhat private, of course, but with regards to, we talk about development. You know, the president, he encourages me to go about and bring investors into this country. In fact, sometime next week, two investors are coming. They are coming into this place here to see how best they will be able to bring multi-million dollars into this place here, and when they set themselves up, that will increase employment opportunities for our people. They will create employment opportunities for our people, and again, like what my wife she reiterated that it's all about education. We are looking in the educational sector as well as the infrastructure. We want to bring about infrastructure development and also the sanitation. Those are things that we are looking at. You see, we let reminisce. Let's go back and think. You know, when my wife first came to Liberia, 2008, we were responsible. We brought one doctor and two nurses into this country here, and they stayed here into our home here. They were here for I think about a week, my darling. Mm-hmm. Yeah, about a week, and the doctor and the two nurses, they came to help to train our midwives. You know, because our midwives, they try to train them with regards to using surgical instruments and things that modernity, because and they were over to this place D12 D12 place there, Redemption Hospital.
Redemption, okay.
Yeah, Redemption Hospital. And they carry a lot of uh, uh, medical instruments. They left them there, and they were here, and in fact, they were interviewed, the newspapers and the other thing carried them. But what I'm trying to get across is my wife and I, we are people, we believe in Liberia. Even during the war and thing, when you go to Ghana, I'm the only one, I'm the first and only that I know of. I gave a 40-footer container to Buduburam camp. Other people used to go to Buduburam, they would help a lot of people that they knew. But whether I knew or not, I gave a 40-footer container to which was laden with toys, shoes, medicine, clothing, and then my wife, we added $2,000 on top of it. Those were all carried by the Ghanaian Graphic and the Ghanaian Times. You see, and that time I'm not even thinking about politics. It's all about, humanity. What really prompted me to go about with this and thing, to give this massive gift to our people is when I went to Buduburam camp, I saw our little girls, and they were prostituting, and a lot of vices, were carried out, and I could not eradicate those vices, but at least I could try to minimize it, So I did all of those things, I believe in Liberian people, but the people have to believe in themselves. We need to take people who really know how to go about and bring about lasting development into this country. You shouldn't just elect a leader because I know him, he lives in that area and we were friends. We used to sell in the marketplace and things. We're talking about people who are qualified. You see the Europeans in the developed areas, America, Europe, and other places. The people only go for people who have brains. Even you see, I'm a living example. The people they rejected their own people, and they elected me because of my qualification. You see, but yeah, we should do away with our own rights.
Well, thank you so much. I think you've spoken almost all of my concerns that I had for you, except you want to send out a special message to the Liberian people, but I want that to begin with Reverend Collins, and then just as your final comments to the Liberian people, and then we can end it up with the mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Tamba. I have 3 words for the Liberian people, if I may. Number 1, thank you. Thank you for your warm welcome. Thank you for your friendliness. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for making me, a European, feel so very welcome here and very cared for here. Whenever I have small need, somebody will help. It's really a wonderful international friendship. I thank the Liberian people for their hospitality. Everywhere I go, I tell people the Liberian people by nature are warm and friendly and welcoming. Number 2, I reiterate my husband's congratulations on all that has been achieved. In the last 7-8 years since I was last here in Monrovia, before the pandemic, so much has been achieved, so much has moved on, and I sense a new spirit of cooperation, a new spirit of striving and achievement, and a new spirit that no person should be left behind. And thirdly, my main point is to all, I wish I could say fellow Liberians, maybe I'll come to that in a minute. My main word to all Liberians is to reach out. We know that we are better together. This is a time-honored phrase that is going around the world at the moment in the face of various challenges. We are better together on the grassroots level, the local level, the national level, and the international level. We must reach out. When we have small need, do not be ashamed to reach out and ask. When you have small thing you can offer, do not be ashamed to reach out and offer what you have to share. When you have opportunity to educate yourself, as my husband says, the Mayor of Hertsmere, please take that opportunity, reach out, grasp it with 2 hands together, Grab it and do not let anybody take it from you. Reach out. And I'd like to once again echo and thank all of you for your warm welcome. And I look forward to the day when I, self, as European citizen, can join you in citizenship and truly say, my fellow Liberians.
Thank you. Finally, Mayor Collins, what's your message to first the President of the Republic, the government, and then the Liberian people?
Well, I would like to first commend His Excellency for the level of work that he has done, he has carried out. You can see even on Roberts Field, the road coming to Monrovia, all those places are being paved. And his track record it speaks for itself. His Excellency is doing a massive piece of work. This arrest agenda is really moving forward. And with the people, with regards to the people, I will encourage the people to try to put their arms around the government. And again, you see, everywhere I go, I tell people, I say, look, I see sometimes people, they just take their trash. They just throw it all over the plastic all over the place, you know. And it's our place. This is our country. It's the only country we have. You see, and if we degrade our country, we are going to suffer. When I say we, I'm talking about the Liberians, the children, the grandchildren, all of those people. They're going to suffer, you know. And people, as we see about climate change. You see, when you go on the various beaches and other places, you see a lot of garbage is being thrown all over the place. We need to discipline ourselves. The Liberian people, you know, they are good people, but that mindset is, he's being paid to go and clean up after me and other things, and we need to do away with those type of things. So we need to collectively work together. That's why I made mention of Singapore. In other places, even all over in Europe, you see when people are moving about, when somebody uses the plastic bottle or a plastic water bottle, you see they will take their thing and carry it home, and they will dispose of it in a sustainable manner. We need to go all of those things. You know, it's all about education. You see, and once we put education, when we talk about education, it's not only classroom education. You see, I made mention of vocational education. You can even become educated on the street. You know, people go places and they see things, and they bring a lot of beautiful things back home. A lot of things I've seen, that's why I brought back home. Take for an example, you see, I believe in a lot of things, development in this area. I'm a farmer as well. On this area, 1978, 79 to 81, I was the first one that owned a poultry farm. This whole yard where we are, it was a poultry farm. I started off with just over 200 chicks, the old chicks, after a year plus, and then I had about 10,000 chickens. You see, we do not only have to depend upon government to make things happen for us. How much will you make from government? You get in $300, $400, $500, and but we need to, you know, set up our own things. We need to be committed. And again, you see, we have to take responsibilities. We have our legislators and other people. Let them legislate laws that will be in the interest of the people. We should work collectively. Because united we stand, divided we fall. If you were to take only one twig or a piece of stick, you can easily break it. But when you put several of the same thing together, to break it is very difficult. You see, we have to make the first step. This Chinese proverb, the adage, it says that the journey to 1,000,000 miles, it begins with the first step. And the first step is we need to think about the arrest agenda. We need to move forward. We need to think about agriculture. We need to think about feeding ourselves. We shouldn't depend upon other people sending things over to us. And we have coffee, we have cocoa, we have all of these things here. You know, I would serve as an example. My late grandmother. We had coffee and other things here. What we used to do, the coffee we used to grind our own coffee here, and we had the nicest kind of coffee. You see, and but our people we prefer to go about these other things that contains a lot of chemicals in it. They go and buy it and say Nescoffee, you know. We have the people buy our coffee from here, they carry it over there, just a time, two or three greens, then we pay about 50 Liberian dollars or more. Whereas you can take the same amount and it will cost you nothing, you know. Yeah, we need to love ourselves. We need to love ourselves, and the way to love ourselves is to develop ourselves. It's all about the mindset. We should do away with this negative mindset. And again, we should, our people, I'm talking to my people because I love them. I'm not criticizing my people. I'm only trying to give them that sense of direction to put them on the right track. Whenever we are talking, rather than in the place of proper kind words, we always use these cursing words. You know, we need to get rid of all of those type of things because we we are God's chosen ones, and God loves this nation, and this is the oldest republic in Africa. And we need to set examples. And one of the examples, I love what you see, what I'm trying, I will go back and then you see, because His Excellency, his work speaks for itself. You see, we have a stand in the United Nations, and Liberia cannot be ignored. You see, because of what His Excellency, his agenda. You see, even when he went to America the other day, Mr. Trump, he was surprised to see how His Excellency related himself and then went about with things. And even Mr. Trump was asking him, "Oh, where did you learn how to speak English?" You see, it's all about improving yourself. You see, and His Excellency, I can tell you that he's a well-versed man. You see, he knows a whole lot of things, and he's bringing a lot of good things into this country. And I personally, I pledge my loyalty and support to this government, because a lot of good things are happening. I'm for development. I believe in development, and development, it starts from the mind. Yeah, the mindset. If we have a negative mindset, we will not do anything for ourselves. I believe in a positive mental attitude. May God bless this nation. May God bless the Liberian people. I love my people. They are great people. Only we need to learn to do things for ourselves.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Reverend Collins. Thank you to you too, and I wish you a very safe flight back to the UK.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah?
Thank you.
Thanks so much.